Hey there, YouTube. My name is Brad. I co-host a morning radio show on 95.7 KEZJ in Twin Falls, Idaho. And I've been thinking about making this video for quite some time, or I should say this series of videos. I get asked a question quite a bit when I'm out in the community, whether I'm hosting an event or emceeing a concert or just at the grocery store. Somebody taps me on the shoulder if they know who I am, and they ask me this question. And that question is, Brad, you look like you're having so much fun doing what you do. How do I get into radio? And that is a great question. And it's a question that really, it can't be answered in broad strokes. So rather than just jump in and try to tackle the question as a whole, I thought what I'd do is I try breaking it down into smaller pieces and do a series of videos that tackle the individual parts to help you arrive at your final answer as to how to get into radio and whether or not it's good for you. So first of all, a little bit about me so you know who you're talking to and who you're getting your advice from. I started my radio career in 1987. I started running the boards for ball games and various, I took out the trash at a radio station, small little radio station in Twin Falls, same market I'm in right now. And I dubbed commercials. I wish I could tell you everything, but that's coming in a later vidcast. I basically worked for about 5 years before I even cracked a mic and was allowed to go on the air, and that was just a luck of the draw, and I can tell you more about that later too. But all in all, I've had a successful radio career for the last upwards of 25 plus years. I can make a living at this. I have a family. I'm able to raise my family. I pay my bills. I've had what most would call a successful radio career to date, and continues to this day. It's also important for you to know that my opinions are just that. These are my opinions. I formulated these over the course of my 25-plus year radio career, and some of my peers might watch this video and have differing opinions, and that's okay, and that's expected. Everybody's experience is a little bit unique, and because of that, our answers to the question of how do I get into radio are going to be a little bit unique based on the individual and their experiences and how they got where they are today. So these are simply the answers as I see them. And with that statement in mind, let's take on the first piece of how do I get into radio? And that question is radio for me? Should I get into radio? Am I cut out for radio? And you're not going to like my answer. My answer is the only person that really has the answer to that question is you. You're the only person that can answer that question. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not cut out for radio. I can't count how many of my peers that I know that are very successful, what I would consider more successful than myself, that were told at one point or another, and sometimes several times throughout their careers, that they're not cut out for this business. I was told early in my career that I didn't quite have the right personality for radio. I was told I didn't have the right voice for radio. We can get to that later too. I was also told that I was too shy and too reserved to be in radio. All of those things, bogus. It's a load of crap. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't have what it takes to be in radio. Now, there are some basics, some fundamentals that are important to be aware of when considering whether or not you should be in radio. And we'll hit those on our next vidcast. But no one person, except for you, can answer the question as to whether or not you should be in radio. And in the end, I guess that's what I want you to take away from this vidcast is don't let anybody else tell you that you're not cut out for radio. It's not up to them. It's up to you. Now, I'll talk to you again in about a week, and if you leave comments, I will try to get to them right away. And thanks for watching. Talk to you in a week.